On April 14, 1912, one of the most famous maritime disasters in history occurred in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the sinking of the Titanic. Among the many passengers on this grand luxury liner was a pastor named John Harper. He was a devoted evangelist from England, traveling to lead a revival meeting at Moody Church in Chicago, USA. However, his journey took an unexpected turn, and he ultimately dedicated himself to spreading the gospel until the very last moments before the Titanic sank. The sacrificial love and unwavering passion for evangelism that he demonstrated continue to inspire many people, even more than a century later. In the midst of the chaos aboard the Titanic, how did John Harper act? And what lessons does his final message leave us today? In 1912, he was invited to lead revival meetings at Moody Church in Chicago. This journey was supposed to be a significant moment in his ministry, but no one could have predicted that it would become his final evangelistic mission. At 11:40 p.m. on April 14th, the Titanic struck a massive iceberg, and the ship began to tilt rapidly. The crew rushed to prepare the lifeboats, while passengers were overwhelmed with fear and confusion. At that moment, John Harper made a crucial decision. He placed his 6-year-old daughter, Nana Harper, into a lifeboat. However, he chose to stay behind. Though he had the opportunity to be rescued, he believed that preaching the gospel to those in fear was far more important. Walking across the deck, he cried out, "Believe in the Lord Jesus. If you accept him, you will be saved." Some people wept as they listened to his words, while others, even in the midst of chaos, opened their hearts to the gospel. As the ship tilted further, passengers were thrown into the freezing waters. In the ice-cold ocean, they desperately struggled to survive. John Harper, too, was cast into the sea. Yet, even then, he did not stop preaching the gospel. He swam toward a man clinging to wreckage and asked, "Do you believe in Jesus?" When the man did not respond, John Harper removed his life jacket and handed it to him, saying, "You need this more than I do. I am already saved." Then he disappeared beneath the icy waves. Later, among the rescued survivors, a man gave an extraordinary testimony. He recounted how, while floating in the freezing water, John Harper had come to him and preached the gospel. "He told me twice, 'Believe in the Lord Jesus.' At first I refused, but the second time I accepted Christ. Shortly after, John Harper sank into the ocean. I am the last convert of John Harper." This man later shared his salvation testimony, calling himself the last convert of John Harper. Even as death approached, John Harper never stopped doing what he considered most important, sharing the gospel. He gave up his life to save others, dedicating his final moments to leading souls to Christ. Although he had the opportunity to board a lifeboat, he chose to stay behind, using his remaining time to preach. The life jacket he gave away was not just a means of survival, but a symbol of his love for others. His unshaken commitment to faith, even in the freezing ocean, leaves a profound impact on how we live out our own beliefs today.